about the notes. Hi everybody, it's me Brie and I'm back for All About the Notes, and today we're going to talk about 10 different music jobs potentially for you. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to kind of break it down into the personality types that kind of fit that job. And by no way is this like if you don't fit this personality type that maybe this isn't the job for you or anything like that. I just want you to start thinking outside the box of different careers that you could possibly do in music. So without further ado, let's get to it. So personality type number 1. If you are a 9-to-5 person, you like more of a scheduled thing. You like to work and then come home. You like more of a desk job, and you're also one of those people that's like, I like to be a business person in the city and, live that life, maybe travel, and I want like an actual family life with my job in music. So I'm going to suggest to you to be a publisher. And what a publisher does is basically pitches songs. They have songwriter clients and they pitch those songs to like maybe TV shows or other artists, and they just make sure that that song gets placed. So basically you're going to be on the phone and you're going to be talking to people and basically trying to make sure that your songwriter's song gets out there into the world. And so you basically do your 9-to-5 and then you get to come home. So this is like the job for you if you really want that lifestyle. Job number 2 is basically if you are a natural born leader, people naturally look up to you. You're very good at like placing people in the right spot. So like, so-and-so is good here and so-and-so does well here. And you're just very good around people and motivating them and helping them put them in the right place. Then you need to be a director or you need to get into management. So basically in directing, you would be like choir directing or band directing. You would basically be making sure that the musician fits into that right spot, making sure that there's enough horn players or enough saxophone players, and making sure that everything just comes together perfectly for the show night. And if you're in management, you'd just be helping maybe like another artist who doesn't know much about their life, help them get to different shows and get placed and be at the right venues and make sure that they're going where they need to go. Like, how to place people. And so this would be your job. Job number 3. So if you are more of an introverted person, you're very empathic and very understanding, like you can see things from other people's point of view, and you're very creative. You always have tons of ideas coming through your heads at once all the time. And you're also maybe one of these people that, gets an A in English because you're such a great writer. You like being alone and creating in your own art, and you're always coming up with new ideas. So many ideas that it's like overwhelming. And then when you get stuck on a task, you're like super tenacious about it. So you're like, oh, you got to get it done. You've got to finish this. Oh my gosh, it's not like perfect yet. You're like, get really involved in your work. Well, then you definitely need to be a composer or songwriter. Like, you run the music business. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, people always think, oh, well, maybe the famous singer. No, the songwriter runs the show. You are the person that is introverted and no one knows about, that's receiving Grammys. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, you are the business. So you need to you create the new ideas for everybody. So you just need to be writing down, sitting down, making sure that new stuff is coming out. When you get focused on something, you make sure it comes out to perfection. And that's what every song needs to be, is to perfection. You need to perfect your song and make sure that is the best sounding, and so that way it can get out there into the world. So this is definitely the career for you. Job number 4. So if you are a person that sits in band, they hand you a piece of music and you just look at it and then you just start playing it because you're like, I got this, I know this. Or you're just super great at hearing something and then you can play it right back. You just know how to make that come out and happen. then you definitely need to be a studio musician. Basically, you know, songwriters, when they first, like, when they go to the studio, they usually don't have people to play their music. And so they just are like, hey, I need to get, like, hire people to play this music. And so you would come there to the studio, you would look at the music, and you just play that, like, on the first try because you just know your instrument that well. So this is definitely that job for you. Career number 5. So if you are my life of the party people and you're super confident when you walk in the room, you're just like, I'm here, everybody, look at me, I'm back, here I am, and you're extroverted, but you're also a very disciplined person. You know that, hey, I can't be doing this, hey, I can't be doing that. You know, you're life of the party, but you're also like, wait a minute, that's a little crazy, I can't be doing that. That's where I draw the line. So if you're just super great with people and you know how to be everybody's friend, then you definitely need to be a performer. And I'm not saying, oh, like super like famous. No, performers go anywhere. Like you can work for theme parks, you can work for cruises, you can work for Disney World, honey. So, you know, you got all kinds of options. And so think outside the box when you're performing. You can perform at any place, get yourself a band together because you're the life of the party. Everybody wants to be around you anyway, so you know, might as well just bring them to your venue. That's your job. So job number 6. So if you're that person that's very motivational to others, you want to help people, and service actually means a lot to you. You're also very empathic because, you know, you really want people to like resonate with you and understand your message, and you really want to like get to the heart of them. Then you definitely need to become a teacher, music therapist, or even join YouTube, because YouTube is actually a lot about you basically catering to what others want. So you are creating a service for somebody else, and so that would be your job, you know, teaching. And you don't always have to be like, so I think sometimes we think like just high school teaching or something like that. No, you can be a professor. Professors resonate with people all the time. You also would probably want to be a person that likes to learn if you're going to go down this route. Life doesn't stop learning once you become a teacher. No, you keep learning throughout, you know, because you're going to want to try to like figure out what's wrong with your students and make sure that the material hits them and that they completely understand it. And if you're a music therapist, then you get to help your clients and help make sure that they get the help that they need and help them through their difficult times and things when they need music to like uplift them. So this is like definitely a career option for you. Job number 7. So if you are a more introverted person and you just know something is wrong with something when you hear it, you know, like you can just be like, there's like that weird like fuzz background in there or something, or you just like hear a track and you're like, that vocal fell off pitch a little bit. You're just like digging in deep to like music and like really hear everything out. And you probably are the person that likes technology. You know, you really like new gadgets and new things and new stuff when it comes to technology, and you like playing with new programs and new phones and new stuff like that. Then you definitely need to become a sound engineer or producer. You know, these people, they spend time in the studio, they get to play with all kinds of like microphones and soundboards and like set things up, but they're also introverted because they get to be in like their own little space, and you get to be in your own little sound room and stuff like that, and like hear the music and really say, is there like a little fuzz noise in the background? I don't think that microphone's hooked up. You know, you get to be that person that like really figures out if that song is like not good or not. You get to like help out with like recording and making sure that their sound quality is the best, and you're gonna love it because you get to play with all those gadgets. So there you go, this is a job for you. Job number 8. So if you're that person that is always going out and about, meeting new people, you also probably have this like dumb luck that happens with you, that basically you're just out and about and then all of a sudden you run into like the next trend. You know what I'm saying? Like the people are here, but you're like over here because you're just like always thinking ahead. You're just moving ahead of the curve. You always know the next trend. You're always on top of it. You just know. And you might be one of those people that's like spying on social media a lot. And that's probably how you know all your trends anyway, is because you already are out looking it up, you know, trying to figure out what's going to be the next thing. Well, then the job for you is being a talent scout. You'd be helping recording studios try to find the next big thing that's going to sell and make money for them. So this is definitely your job, where you would be able to find the next big person. And knowing you with your dumb luck, you probably will. Job number 9. So if you are that person that was like in school plays, but you like to be in the background, you know, you just like to be that person that's like hanging out with groups and working on group projects and getting involved with everybody else with this whole teamwork, getting that show together. You just love the rush and the under pressure type of thing, you know. Oh my gosh, so and so needs a costume change like right now, and you're just like, I got this. If you're that person, then you definitely need to start helping musicians plan their events and doing their tours for them, because you're that person that you have that itinerary. You know what needs to happen when. You don't mind the stress. You're just like okay with it. You're just like, I love this. This is thrilling and exciting for me. And so you don't mind working in other people. Your job is always going to change, because once that event's over, you're on to the next event. When you were in school, hey, now this show is over, I'm on to the next show. You know, you're that person. So you need to actually get involved in helping musicians plan out their tours and events. And you know, tours and events make a lot of money, so you got to be on top of it, girl. This is your job, girl or boy. So hopefully that helped you with finding your career niche. And lastly, job number 10. So if you're that person that's a little bit more critical, you always have an opinion. You're like, no, they suck. Oh yeah, they were really good. Like, you just know maybe even what the next up and coming thing is, or you just have an idea of like, I know that this person's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just know, as you might be a great writer, and you like also know how to like make people be like, yeah, we're on your side, because you need people to be like, hey, this is wrong, or yeah, this is right. And people are like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're wrong. So you're just one of those people that just knows how to like speak to others and like it resonates with them. So if that is so, then you definitely need to be a music critic or judge. And you're going to end up being probably having to start getting like credentials under your belt first before you start that career path. But once you do, you might be the next Simon Cowell for all I know. You know, you might be out there just being like, oh, that person sucks, you'll never make it. And you know what people might call you or whatever, but it's okay. You know, you already have an opinion. You're okay with it. So hopefully this helped you maybe trying to find a career that's actually right for you. And like I said, it's not about like, this was more like for something fun to make you think outside the box on things that might actually appeal to you, and maybe you can research into, hey, what do I need to do to become a music producer, or what do I do to become, you know, a publisher, or anything along the lines. And it just might give you a new, you know, like doorway to go through. So hopefully this helped. If it does, then subscribe below. And as always, thank you for listening.